Jar Jar Binks is the most intriguing and expandable character in the entire Star Wars. Oh, okay. I'm just kidding. Jar Jar is a tough sell. I get that. So let's be a little bit more realistic. Mace Windu lives. According to Samuel L. Jackson, who made compelling points that many Jedi have survived amputations via lightsaber and have also seemed to have no issues surviving incredibly long falls. And even George Lucas didn't mind the idea. But in case he managed to survive being turned into Windu paste upon impact on the ground, I'd like to propose a story in which Mace Windu survived by perhaps landing on a passing by speeder, scaring the living excrement out of some hapless alien who kinda goes on to help heal Master Windu, and then creates a human Gungan hybrid by splicing the limbs of Jar Jar. Oh, okay, I'll stop. But seriously, Mace Windu was one of the most disappointingly actualized characters in the prequel trilogy. He, after all, was the main voice in the Jedi Council against the training of Anakin. He should have epitomized everything Anakin found disillusioning about the dogmatic, cold, and unfeeling approach of the Jedi. The Jedi Master should have been a true underhanded antagonist to Anakin while still operating in a manner that he could justify to his peers in the Council. Mace Windu had some interesting and rare traits for a Jedi. For instance, he possessed highly advanced skills in both his mastery of the Force and as a lightsaber combatant. As a duelist, Windu favoured Form 7, also known as Vapad. The seventh form was considered the most aggressive and unpredictable version of the art of lightsaber combat. Vapad was explained as being a state of the mind rather than just a fighting style, allowing the wielder to channel his own inner darkness into the duel and accept the fury of the opponent. If the styles are compared, some have claimed that Kylo Ren has a similar fighting style to Mace Windu, and this has led people to believe that Windu is Snoke. I frankly find it to be an unappealing and unattractive theory, however, as I have previously let my love for the Plague of Snoke theory be known, and I won't waste any of your valuable time discussing it further. But if you want to YouTube it to learn more, there's definitely some interesting stuff in that. But personally, I feel that counter-arguments carry more weight. There's still space for the anthology films to right some of the wrongs of the prequel trilogy, and it would be nice to see a live-action Star Wars film set in the Clone Wars that can fill in some of the gaps of characterization and actually make us feel for the smaller characters that get wiped out rather unceremoniously in the prequel trilogy. Wouldn't it be nice to see how Mace Windu reacts to an average day in the Clone Wars? Make us actually feel for the characters so we can see how a peaceful Guardian is transformed into the role of a general, and how would that affect him internally? And if he did survive the duel with the Emperor, how would that change the man? We saw how Yoda became eccentric, quirky, and downright silly at times in The Empire Strikes Back after years in isolation. So how would the stoic Windu be affected by the change in the public opinion of the Jedi in the newly formed Empire? Would he be able-bodied after falling from such a height? And if so, presumably he wouldn't be able to seek medical attention because the entire Empire had to kill him. How would he get off planet? Where would he run to? And what adventures could happen along the way? And how can Jar Jar Binks be awkwardly shoehorned in for the purposes of a cheap gag? Let's open it up to the panel.